Few actors in Hollywood history carry a presence as instantly recognizable as Sam Elliott. Long before audiences even see his face on screen, his deep, steady voice has already set the tone. Over the decades, Elliott became more than just an actor. He became a symbol of a certain kind of American storytelling, one rooted in patience, resilience, and quiet strength. With his tall frame, calm demeanor, and legendary mustache, he naturally fit the image of the classic cowboy, yet his appeal reached far beyond Western films. What made Elliott special was never just the roles he played, but the authenticity he brought to them. He didn't perform toughness, he lived inside it. Audiences felt that sincerity. Whether in westerns, dramas, or character roles, Elliott carried the rare ability to make every line sound like a truth, earned through experience, giving his career a timeless quality that continues to resonate with viewers today. Growing up with big dreams. Before the iconic voice became known around the world, Elliott was simply a young man with a dream that seemed uncertain to those around him. Born in California and raised with a strong sense of discipline, he developed an early fascination with storytelling and film. Acting, however, did not seem like a practical career to many people in his life. Like countless aspiring performers, Elliott had to balance his passion with the reality of doubt from others and the unpredictability of the industry. Yet something inside him refused to let the dream go. He kept pushing forward, studying acting, performing in small productions, and absorbing every lesson he could about the craft. Those early years were not glamorous, but they were essential. They built the foundation for the thoughtful, grounded performer audiences would eventually admire. A complicated father-son bond. One of the most meaningful influences in Elliott's life was his relationship with his father. Like many fathers of that era, his dad valued stability and traditional careers, and the idea of becoming an actor seemed uncertain at best. Their relationship carried a quiet tension, shaped by different expectations for the future. Elliott respected his father deeply, but he also felt the pull to follow his own path. This dynamic created an emotional complexity that stayed with him for years. When his father passed away before seeing the success Elliott would eventually achieve, it left a lingering sense of unfinished understanding between them. Rather than dwelling on regret, Elliott often reflected on the experience's motivation. It pushed him to work harder and honor the values his father instilled in him: integrity, dedication, and perseverance, even while forging his own way in an unpredictable profession. The long road before recognition, success in Hollywood rarely happens overnight, and for Elliott the journey was especially gradual. Early in his career he took whatever work he could find, small television appearances, commercials, and brief roles that barely hinted at the recognition he would one day receive. Those years required patience and humility. The industry is filled with talented actors, and standing out often takes time, persistence, and a bit of luck. Elliott learned to treat every opportunity, no matter how small, as a chance to improve. He paid attention to the veterans around him, observed how they carried themselves, and slowly refined his craft. Looking back, those early struggles were not wasted years, but an apprenticeship in storytelling. They allowed him to develop the calm confidence that later defined his performances, proving that steady progress can sometimes lead to the most enduring careers. Becoming the face of the modern cowboy, eventually Hollywood began to notice something unique about Elliott. His natural presence made him a perfect fit for westerns, a genre that had long celebrated rugged individualism and quiet honor. Films like Tombstone helped cement his reputation as the kind of actor who could embody the spirit of the American frontier without exaggeration. He didn't need flashy performances or dramatic gestures. A look, a pause, or a few carefully spoken words often carried more weight than pages of dialogue. Audiences trusted him because he seemed believable in every moment. While the cowboy image became closely tied to his identity, Elliott also understood that it represented something deeper, values like loyalty, courage, and humility. These qualities resonated with viewers who saw in him a reminder of stories passed down through generations. Breaking beyond the cowboy image. Although Elliott mastered the Western persona, he was never content to remain confined by it. Like many actors who become associated with a specific image, he sometimes faced the challenge of being offered similar roles again and again. Instead of resisting that identity entirely, he chose to refine it and occasionally step outside it when the right opportunity appeared. Over time, directors began recognizing that Elliott could bring emotional depth to characters far removed from dusty trails and frontier towns. His voice and presence carried wisdom, warmth, and complexity that fit many kinds of stories. By slowly expanding his range, he proved that the qualities that made him a great cowboy actor, authenticity and restraint, were also the qualities that made him a powerful, dramatic performer. A moment of emotional recognition. One of the most memorable moments in Elliott's career arrived with his role in A Star is Born. The film introduced him to a new generation of viewers and showcased a side of his talent that even longtime fans had rarely seen. His portrayal was deeply emotional, yet understated, capturing the complicated bond between brothers with remarkable sensitivity. The performance earned him an Academy Award nomination and reminded audiences that great acting often lies in subtlety rather than spectacle. For Elliott, the recognition felt less like a sudden breakthrough and more like the culmination of decades spent quietly perfecting his craft. It demonstrated that patience and consistency can eventually lead to moments of profound artistic acknowledgement. Life beyond the spotlight. Despite decades of fame, Elliott has always maintained a life that feels grounded and personal. He never chased celebrity in the traditional sense, preferring a quieter existence focused on meaningful work and close relationships. His long marriage to actress Catherine Ross stands as one of Hollywood's enduring partnerships, built on mutual respect and shared understanding of the industry. Together, they created a life that balanced professional success with personal stability. For Elliott, that balance has always been essential. The film industry can be unpredictable, but having a supportive home life allowed him to navigate its ups and downs without losing perspective. This commitment to authenticity, both on screen and off, helped him maintain the calm, thoughtful persona that audiences admire. Watching an era change over the course of Elliott's career, Hollywood itself has transformed dramatically. The westerns that once dominated theatres have become less common, replaced by new genres and modern storytelling styles. For an actor so closely associated with that tradition, witnessing the shift has been both reflective and meaningful. Rather than viewing it with bitterness, Elliott often speaks about the evolution of film with appreciation for the stories that continue to emerge. He understands that every generation creates its own myths and heroes. Still, the legacy of the Western remains an important part of cinema history, and Elliott's performances serve as a bridge between that past and the present. Through his work, the spirit of those stories continues to live on. A career built on quiet strength. What truly defines Elliott's journey is not just the roles he played, but the way he approached his craft. He never relied on spectacle or controversy to stay relevant. Instead, he built a career through patience, professionalism, and authenticity. Directors often describe him as someone who elevates every project simply by showing up prepared and fully present. That reliability earned him deep respect throughout the industry. Younger actors frequently look to him as an example of how longevity in Hollywood can be achieved through dedication rather than constant reinvention. Elliott's steady approach reminds audiences that sometimes the most powerful performances are the ones that feel effortless, even though they are built on decades of hard work and experience, an enduring symbol of authentic storytelling. Today, Sam Elliott stands as one of Hollywood's most respected figures, a man whose career reflects the values he often portrays on screen. His story is not defined by sudden fame or dramatic reinvention, but by a lifetime of persistence and thoughtful choices. Through every stage of his journey, he remained true to himself and to the craft of acting. That authenticity is why audiences continue to respond so strongly to his performances. In an industry that constantly changes, Elliott represents something rare: steadiness. His voice, his presence, and his storytelling remind viewers that behind every legendary career is a human journey shaped by dreams, challenges, and the quiet determination to keep moving forward.